I guess we're going to start with our favorite conspiracy theorist, Peter Hanna, who's still at this QAnon sense, still in a gun cult, allegedly. Let's see how he's doing.
22, something has to be done. What is happening in Arizona is such a big story.
I'm skipping right to him. I don't care about his intro.
Be back.
The Republican voter wants this story.
Trump will be back very soon. Majestic 12 was asked point blank, will Trump be president again? And Majestic 12 said very soon. Now,
okay, so to be clear, this is on Telegram, which is a social media site that a lot of these Q people are into. Hydrate, thank you. And there's an account that I guess claims to be Majestic 12. Now, Majestic 12, according to Peter and other conspiracy theorists, is a secret governmental organization that deals with sort of top secret Men in Black type situations. And I mean that literally. He does believe that they hide the existence of aliens. So, this is the level we're on today, in case you're curious what he's talking about.
now I'm going to get into how trustworthy is Majestic 12, whether this could be disinformation, and how this combines with all the other information I've said. And also I'm going to tell you other very exciting things that Majestic 12 said, and some scary things Majestic 12 said.
What happened to Peter's external screen? That's a good question. You're right, he had like a 40-inch, 50-inch TV behind him before. I wonder if he had to pawn it.
My name is Peter Hanna. This is Peter's Trump Updates. Click on the subscription button below and share, like this video with everyone you can to support me. And I also have donation links in the description below. So let me dive right into it. Majestic 12 is my favorite source in the entire world because of all people who've ever existed in all of human history. Majestic 12 is the source of information that is by far my favorite. Why? Because Majestic 12, which is the most powerful organization to ever exist on Earth, they have a ton of information, and they do these things called AMAs, Ask Me Anything, which comes from Reddit. These Reddit IMA, Ask Me Anything, AMA. And
Fontuck says, oh no, is Trump going along with the reinstatement by August thing now? I wonder what this means in terms of QAnon behavior when this fails to happen. Hopefully Trump doesn't stir them up too much. Yeah, Trump reportedly has been telling people privately, this was reported on in the last few days, that he's going to be back by August in the White House. It's hard to tell if it's genuine narcissistic self-delusion or if it's a intentional strategy to stir up the people like Peter into doing something akin to January 6th again, which would go even worse for them a second time if they attempted it, considering different people are in charge now. I really, really hope Trump is just being delusional and not intentionally trying to rile people up. That would be bad. Sky Comet Fallen says, is Majestic 12 the new Q? I mean, it's certainly a anonymous source of information, air quotes, that Peter takes more or less at face value because they tell him what he wants to hear. So, for him at least, yeah. Paws Patrol says, fun fact, Telegram was mostly furries before the conservatives moved in, so technically all these chuds are congregating on a furry site. Good job, furries. See what you've done? Pyromancer says, bets on another attack on the Capitol when August passes without results. I don't know about the Capitol, but I would not be shocked if in the next year or two, rather, we start seeing incidents of individuals doing some dumb stuff. Mike Mack says, I couldn't find Marcel's second channel and look at his LinkedIn. He states his IQ was 131 and it could be higher. I'm sure he does have that.
so we actually get to ask questions to Majestic 12. And one of my questions, actually two of my questions, got answered. And I'm a little starstruck. I'm like, oh my gosh, the most powerful organization in the whole...
Peter asks them, is Ghost Ezra trustworthy? Which is another Q person, like, someone who hangs out on Telegram and posts QAnon-related stuff. He's also a flat earther. So Peter asks, is Ghost Ezra trustworthy? Majestic 12 says no. Peter says, is Ghost Ezra disinformation? And again, the people claiming to be Majestic 12 say yes. Tucker White says, so what the F is this Majestic 12 shit? Basically Men in Black. Think Men in Black.
The world actually answered my question, but this episode is about how somebody asked in one of these AMAs, Majestic 12, point blank, will Trump be president again? And Majestic 12 said, very soon. This is really exciting because, I mean, if you've been following my videos, you know that Mike Lindell's been saying this, Lynn Wood's been saying this, General Flynn's been saying this, Trump's been saying this.
And they've been wrong so far. Funny how that works.
All the people in the know have been saying the same thing. They've all been...
You need to surround yourself with less crazy people then, because apparently you surround yourself entirely with delusional people who only get their news from places like Telegram, which isn't news, it's a conspiracy website at this point.
Saying that great things are happening, this is going to be a great year, to be hopeful, trust that Trump's going to come back, like...
Pyromancer says, just like the rapture will be during our lifetime. It's Schrodinger's doomsday. It is constantly about to be and not about to be doomsday. Perpetually.
Not directly, but they've been hinting at it, you know, with Lynn Wood saying, like, oh, if you think Trump's going to let people get away with everything, then you don't know Trump, you don't know the military, and then Mike Lindell's like, oh, this year we're going to all unite under God, it's going to be amazing, greatest event ever. General Flynn is like, don't count Trump out, it's not over yet, and then you have so many people who are coming forward saying the exact same thing, people who talk to Trump, who work with Trump, who are trustworthy.
Again, you're just assuming they're trustworthy because you assume Trump is trustworthy, and you assume Trump is trustworthy based on seemingly faith. And I know he would come at me and be like, well, it's just experience. Trump has never lied to me before. Yes, he has, Peter. I could pull up a webpage right now with hundreds of very specific things that Donald Trump has said that have been lies. Tucker White says, is it wrong that I'm more annoyed that the word subscribe isn't completely visible? Yeah, not great blocking. He should move a little bit. That way. Tucker White said, also, which gourd are we uniting under? Pumpkin. Should be pumpkin.
And they're all saying the same thing. Patriots are in control. And so this aligns perfectly. Even Steve Bannon, who said August 15th inauguration, and then you have Mike Lindell saying in August Trump will be back. And now you have Majestic 12 saying again, Trump will be here very soon. Now, what does very soon mean? That's an important question. Very soon sounds like within 1 to 3 months. I'd like to know in the comments section, please answer this question, because I'm curious and I have a lot of respect for my viewers. My viewers are very intelligent. I love the comment section. I read all the comments. And answer this question. What does very soon mean? What does
Chat. Quick question. What does this very common series of words next to each other mean? What if we take the word soon, and then we take the word very, and we just put them together? What do these words mean? I'm puzzled. What does very soon mean, chat? Someone give me an explanation that would make me feel good about my delusions, please, and allow me to hang on to them as long as possible. Mike Mack says, funny how extremist Christians want the rapture to happen but start a cult where they think their enemies will cause the end of the world. I thought that was what people wanted. You know, it's similar to how there was, like, historically, and there still is so much anti-Semitism, and some of it has the basis in, like, oh, they killed our savior or whatever. And it's like, well, isn't that what it was supposed to happen? Aren't you guys happy about the martyrdom? Isn't that necessary for the whole wiping you free of sins thing? I guess I don't get it. Two Man says, oh, you use telegrams? Are you a furry or a conservative? The worst answer you could get is yes. Tucker White says, so how does Peter reconcile the fact that multiple times the prediction that Trump would retake office haven't come to fruition? Probably typical QAnon stuff that either disinformation is necessary, so they'll say, like, oh, they have to lie to us sometimes to throw off the deep state, or they'll say the deep state has somehow impeded Trump's organization from fully taking power. Basically, like we're in a 80s cartoon show like He-Man or something, where the status quo has to be maintained so there's ever more drama to get into. So at the end of the episode, it's just the deep state going, we'll get you next time, Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is, I don't know, at his place planning the next episode. You get the point. They think the world works like that, and that, oh, Trump was going to be in office at this day, but the deep state stopped him, or something. A Geek with a Guitar 99, thanks for subscribing for 10 months, says, haven't been able to catch a live for a while, get my degree results tomorrow, wish me luck. Well, I hope you get the results you want.
What does that mean? Does that mean in a week, in a year, 2 years, 3 months? According to my English understanding and my understanding of politics, that sounds
We're drawing from a very shallow well. God damn it. We're drawing from a very shallow well here, then. Jilly Foo says, open Twitch, saw Peter's face on Hanna's stream. Let's go!
like about August. That sounds about August, which is the third entity, I guess you could say, that has confirmed Trump will be back. He'll be president again very soon. Now, that's my interpretation, 2 months. Now, is Majestic 12 trustworthy? Majestic 12 has made thousands, around 13,500 public statements.
How many public statements have I made? Hold on. Let's just look, just looking at Twitter, how many tweets have I made? Maybe it's only on mobile they show specifically how many tweets you've done. I've made many, many, many public statements. That doesn't inherently make me credible.
I've read all of them. Every single public thing that the Majestic 12 organization has ever said publicly, I've read it.
Peter, you also tried to feed your wife poison. You made CBD with isopropyl alcohol and gave it to your pregnant wife. I don't trust you. Lord Necro JZ says, we still got till August from the mouth of the Cheeto himself. I know. That's going to be fun. Princess Amelia says, your total number of tweets is right at the top of the desk on desktop. Oh, I missed it.
They're my most vetted source ever. And part of what made me trust them was I couldn't debunk anything they were saying.
Peter, you're a bad debunker. Just because you can't debunk something doesn't mean smarter people can't. You're a nice guy, Peter, but you're not the sharpest tool in the shed, okay? A wise ogre once told me that. 0M80 says, getting off work soon, we'll be back. Cool.
And what really sold me on the fact that they were good guys and they were telling the truth is because over and over and over and over again, they recommend cannabis as a medicine.
Baja.
Oh, I have a health problem. What do you recommend, Majestic 12? Cannabis. Do this for cannabis.
Oh, so he trusts the men in black because they say smoke weed every day. Dank. 420, am I right, my fellow stoners? Does Peter just inherently trust anyone that smokes weed? That's a bad sign.
Carboxylate cannabis. Use this cannabis. This cannabis will will decalcify your pineal gland.
Maybe I like a nice and calcified pineal gland, okay? Von Tuck says, at Majestic 12, wait, isn't that just investigation into UFOs from the 60s? I don't know. Let's take a look. Majestic 12. Majestic 12, also known as MJ12 for short, is a purported organization that appears in UFO conspiracy theories. The organization is claimed to be a code name for the alleged secret committee of scientists, military leaders, and government officials, formed in 1947 by executive order by Harry S. Truman to facilitate recovery and investigation of alien spacecraft. The concept originated in a series of supposedly linked secret government documents first circulated by ufologists in 1984. Upon examination, the Federal Bureau of Investigation declared the documents to be completely bogus, and many ufologists consider them to be an elaborate hoax. Majestic 12 remains popular amongst some UFO conspiracy theorists, and the concept has appeared in popular culture, including television, film, and literature. So, basically, the Men in Black. It's the Men in Black. Blackwing Hecate says, Hanna, I should be starting HRT next Tuesday. Congratulations! Jilly Foo says, you smoke the devil's lettuce, sir? Clearly you are trustworthy. That's how it works. I don't make the rules. Snoop Dogg does.
And the only medicine an entity recommends is cannabis, that adds tremendous credibility and creates a ton of trust with me specifically because I've written 4 books. I published 4 books on medical properties of cannabis.
Peter is self-published 4 books, okay? Like, hey, writing a book's writing a book. I haven't done it. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't have the attention to sit down and write a book. But you self-published them, which is different than getting published. Okay, Peter, let's be clear. Blackwing Hecate says, also, Telegram is an instant messaging service, so it's more AIM than Twitter. Oh, okay, gotcha. Sky Comet Fallen says, oh, Expert has a ridiculous title. What would the title be? Did he say a title?
And know very well that it's the best medicine ever to exist on planet Earth. The best natural medicine, by far. Like a plant with hundreds of medicines in it. And if you know a lot about medicine, which I do know a lot about natural medicine.
AKA he sits around all day and smokes weed while Googling QAnon stuff. He knows a lot about natural medicine, okay? He's high 80% of the time.
I do know cannabis replaces all pharmaceuticals. I do know that, generally speaking, it could be the only medicine we would ever need. And if you have a health problem, there's a good chance cannabis can fix it. Now,
you hear that, diabetics? Stop giving in to big insulin. This is a joke, obviously. Don't do that. Peter's wrong. He's making false health claims here.
Now, if it requires surgery, cannabis can't fix it. But if it's a disease, if it stems from pH imbalance or homeostatic imbalance or...
Speak for yourself, Peter. I broke my leg once and rubbed an edible brownie on it, and it got better within 24 hours. Checkmate. R. Wester V, thank you for subscribing for 9 months. 9-month streak. This stream baby's name is Hannah Peter. Hannah Peters is the name of this baby.
Or blood sugar problems or is a disease, cannabis can fix or cure that problem.
No, it can't.
Here was Majestic 12 saying they're the most incredible, most powerful, most intelligent organization to ever exist on Earth. And they're like, yeah, Peter's right. Cannabis, all the way. It's the only medicine I recommend. And that's rare. It's very rare for someone to be like, just go with cannabis. Just try cannabis. Like,
people so rarely agree with me. When I find someone who does, of course I assume they're right. Andrew Patella says pH imbalance, homeostatic imbalance. Aren't those homeopathic bullshit? Yeah, he might as well be talking about the 4 humors. Pyromancer says, just mix cannabis into clay and repair yourself. Blackwing Hecate says, will smoking weed give me boobs and get rid of my body hair? Unfortunately, no. Mike Mack says, do we need Dr. Cox saying you're wrong again? I can picture it. Cool Cat says, soon transitional hormones will be replaced by cannabis. That'd be, yeah, okay.
Like, that's actually extremely rare. So I was like, wow. I know for a fact that cannabis is the best medicine in the world. It's the only medicine I would recommend.
I find it interesting how revealing Peter's being here accidentally, in that he's admitting he literally believes this account and thinks they're 100% credible, specifically only because they also espouse this same alt-health nonsense that he likes. Like, that's it. That's all it takes, is them agreeing with him on one other fringe issue, and then he'll believe them on every other fringe issue. Like, that's a terrible thought process. How could he not take a step back and think about what he's saying for 5 seconds? Here you go, Baja.
Other than Kratom. Kratom's pretty good too. And here is a Majestic 12, and they're saying, yes, cannabis cures cancer. Yes, cannabis is amazing. Use it for this, use it for that. Decalcify your pineal gland. This is how you make cannabis medicines. Cannabis is going to rid the world of diseases. They were saying this after I said it, and that built a trying to trust in me, because I was like, first of all, only good guys would say this, and second,
again, it's almost this infantile worldview where if you agree with me, it must be because you're a good guy, and if you disagree with me, it's not just that we disagree or that we one of us is wrong. It has to be, you agree with me, you're a good guy. You disagree with me, you're evil. You're the enemy. You're against me. Like, this is such an unhelpful, toxic view of the world. Oh no, Peter.
second of all, only extremely knowledgeable entities or groups of individuals would know this in the first place. And so they know what they're talking about, and that built a lot of trust in me. And then they were predicting events. They're like, oh, UFOs we're gonna fly over with our alien spaceships over the July 4th Trump event. They did it, and they provided pictures of it. They
Wait. Peter thinks that aliens flew over a Donald Trump rally, and he has not brought this up before? Why you always gotta bury the lead, Peter? Come on. Andrew Batella says, wait, is the whole QAnon community a huge feedback loop? M12 is picking up Peter's BS, and Peter is using that to prop himself up? Yes, it's a lot of that. It's a snake eating its own tail of sources, air quotes. TubeMan642 says, aw yeah, weed number, one medicine, take that penicillin. Everything else is taken, yo. Thanks for 13 months. Sky Comet Fallen says, only the Sith deal in absolutes, Peter, which in itself is an absolute. Irony.
Did many things. They've tweeted at the same time Trump has many times. They provide mountains of truth and proof, and I 100% trust them. So
mountains of proof and truth. That proof and that truth is literally just that they advocate for the same drug therapy that he likes. With no medical knowledge. Mike Mack says, QAnon is the Ouroboros of idiocy.
Is Majestic 12 trustworthy? 100%. They're tied with Trump as the most trustworthy source that I have ever had. So I 100% trust it. But just like Trump, just like the 17 movement, just like any good guy, bad guys listen to the good guys, and so the good guys have to put out some disinformation. So every once in a while,
Peter, if they're worried about the bad guys, air quote, getting information, you know what would help? Not posting their plans all over the internet. Have you ever thought about that? That it makes no sense that if you're doing some sort of covert operation, you'd be like, hey, who in the office is posting everything that we are planning to do to save the world on the internet? Could you stop? Could you stop, please? Andrew Batella says, please keep truth and proof in different compartments. You don't want them blowing up on you.
Trump or General Flynn or someone will put out a little lie, not because they're evil or doing something nefarious, but because they're trying to throw off the enemy. So, in theory, it's possible that Mike Lindell, Steve Bannon, and Majestic 12 are all saying Trump will return around August as a lie to trip up the deep state and make...
Just as he moves the goalposts to August, They go, all right, should we take the wheels off the goalpost and plant it here? No, leave the wheels on. We might need them in August. We might have to move it again. So just leave the wheels on it, okay?
They can panic in August and then mess up their plans. It's possible. I think it's unlikely. From what Majestic 12 has been saying, we are in the middle of the storm. The storm, as I said in my previous video, started when Joe Biden became president, and we're in the middle of the storm, and the storm will be ending soon. The war will be over soon. And what's also interesting about what Majestic 12 has been saying is how Trump will be president. This is particularly interesting. Majestic 12 has said that someone asked, will the military or Trump remove Biden as president? And he said no. And they're like, well, how is Biden going to be removed? How is Trump going to be president? What's going to remove Biden? And Majestic 12 said World War III. Now, I think we are already in the middle of World War III, but I'm not exactly sure what he meant by World War III.
Chat, what does World War III mean? Pyromancer says, seems like a lot of subterfuge from someone who can see into the future. Hey, looking glass time travel technology is very complicated, I'll have you know. Mike Mack says, didn't Peter say that the Illuminati already lost? Yeah, but that was last week. Don't worry about that, okay? We live in the now, man, okay? We live in the now. Jilly Fu says, think Peter's parents took his second monitor away for his QAnon sense? God, I hope so.
Sometimes Majestic 12 is general or cryptic like that. Cryptic, and you just have to, understand, try to figure out what they mean. So they're saying the military and Trump will not remove Biden. It'll be World War III that will. That's kind of an odd statement, very specific statement. But they did say Trump will be president again very soon. So we're in the middle of World War III and it's going to heat up, and by August Trump will be back. That's very much what it sounds like. Now,
get ready, everyone. World War III's coming. Blackwing Hecty says, if World War III happens, we're that much closer to GITS happening? I don't know what that means. Fieldwood L, thank you for subscribing for 5 months, says, no idea what World War III is, but we're definitely in it. Puka says, people like Peter want Armageddon so bad. I know. Is Peter grounded? He's not grounded. He just has restrictions on screen time. Von Tuck says, World War III. We forgot nukes exist, so it was pretty chill. It's convenient.
Now, other information that Majestic 12 said that I found particularly interesting is that the quantum financial system is real and it's coming. And
the Mike Mack says, World War III for one person. Right. Here's this question. This Dave guy asked, is the quantum financial system coming? And the answer is yes. It's interplanetary technology. So, yes to aliens, and also a quantum financial system, which I'm pretty sure means nothing. Okay, it might have some actual definition that some, futurist has been like, let me explain what I think quantum currency would be. But, it definitely means nothing to Peter. You know what I mean? Peter, if I asked him, what's a quantum financial system? He would have no specific definition. It just sounds like a sci-fi thing, so he's into it. Blackwing Hecty says, Ghost in the Shell is GIT. Gotcha. I haven't seen it. Von Tuck says, Peter, if you like the word quantum, you'll love the first couple seasons of Star Trek Voyager.
And that's super exciting. I can't wait for the quantum financial system. I'm prepping in my own way. I hear the quantum financial system will be backed by gold and silver and stuff like that, and so I'm trying to keep as little.
It's an alien technology with the word quantum in it, but the aliens also back up their currency using gold and silver. The aliens are like, fiat currency? Crypto? What the fuck? No! Shiny metal! Shiny metal good! You hoard metal!
little money as possible in dollars and just have it in assets or whatever. Anyway, I'm preparing for the quantum financial system, but I'll be making more videos on Majestic 12. They're my favorite source, and they say Trump will be back very soon. I 100% trust that. I don't think that in this case is disinformation, because I think the war is almost over. We've already won, and there's no point to trip up the enemy at this point. They can finally give out the release date, if you will.
We're already halfway through 2021. Can you guys believe that? And Peter's still on this! God, I hope after August he starts to question this, but at this point, I don't think anything's gonna pull him out. Mike Mack says, I thought future currencies were going to be weed, Peter. Man, Peter makes Peter Griffin look smart. Family Guy reference. Okay.
When Trump will return. So Trump will be back. My target is still August. I'm hopeful. What are the odds Trump will be back in August? Right now, I'm thinking like 66%.
Remember when he used to say 100% in August, and then he went to 99%, and now he's down to 66? Execute Order 66. Order 66 is just another day goes by with Peter's crippling depression. No storm happens. His parents are disappointed in him. Jilly Foo says, Peter makes my brain hurty bad. Me too.
What are the chances Trump will be back in the next 4 months? High, like 90%. What are the...
It's a perpetual state of 2 months, maybe 3 months, definitely. No matter when it is. It's like a sliding time scale from the comic books, where like no matter what year it currently is, in DC Comics, Batman and Superman started fighting crime about 5 years ago. It's like that. It's always the present, and the storm is always 2 to 3 months away. No matter when you are.
Chances Trump will be back this year, 100% chance.
I'll see you in 2022, Peter.
Because as Trump has said, things have to happen this year. There is no 2022. If something doesn't happen this year, there is no 2022. It's game over for the Patriots. So Trump will be president again this year. And that's very exciting. And apparently World War III will remove Biden. I don't know. I want this to be a peaceful transition. And I recommend everyone be peaceful.
I want a peaceful dictator, okay? I want to install God Emperor for life, but peacefully. Because I live in a fantasy world where reality works like a movie. Princess Amelia says, so now we know the definition of very soon is never. Mike Mack says, you mean recon? And Blackwing Hecate says, what's going to happen when Trump keels over? Lots of delusion and copium. That's going to be amazing. Steve with a Q says, Peter, there is no 2020. It will stay this year until Trump comes back. Oh God, wouldn't that be great? He's like, no, here's the quantum calendar system the aliens use says it's still 2021.
Peaceful, but sounds a little concerning and scary to me. But quantum financial system is coming. Trump will be president again very soon, so I'm a happy camper. I'm excited. Let me know in the comment section, how do you think how do you interpret very soon? Is it like a month, a 2 months, 3 months, a year? How do you interpret very soon?
Someone please give me hopium, is what he's screaming desperately. Blackwing Hecate says there is no president problem in bossing, say.
I've seen game companies say, the video game will be released very soon, and it's released like 3 years later. I don't think that's the situation. I think very...
Again, this is the level we're operating at, folks. Well, this attempted coup situation is clearly like when a video game gets delayed, so let me draw comparisons from that, because I'm an adult whose only frame of reference for plans getting put on hold is a video game release. Von Tuck says, the way Peter does odds, hopefully he'll never go to Vegas. Oh. God, honestly, if the storm is as much of a disaster as Cyberpunk 2077 on release, I kind of want to see it happen, just to see the shit show that would be.
Very soon means very soon, like within a month to 3 months max. That's what it sounds like to me. So I'm very excited. June is going to be a crazy month. ET Disclosure, Durham Report, Audit Bonanza. This is going to be an exciting next month. Mark my words. June is going to be very exciting. So I'm looking forward to sharing all the news with June. And June, my son's going to be born, so that's exciting too.
This poor kid. Andrew Patella says, alternatively, maybe the devs could pull an obvious alpha and have Trump stuck to the White House floor or something. Clips through the walls.
If you got this far in the video, I definitely want to recommend the CBD company that I'm affiliated with. I've tried these CBD.
Pyromancer says, hey, the month is pretty exciting, Peter. AMC doubled its value today. It sure did, and I cashed out. I made some money on the AMC one. I was pretty happy about that.
Oil, I really like it. I'm giving it to my wife who's pregnant. I can't make any medical claims about that because all medical claims have been patented by Big Pharma.
You already did make medical claims. It's so confusing to me how Peter thinks this works. He thinks that he can do false medical claims at the beginning of the video, and it's somehow separate from the at the end, the pitch he does. It's not. He's still making those claims in the video.
And I don't want to get the company in trouble, but I'll just say I love this CBD oil medicine. It's the best CBD oil I've ever tried. Extremely high quality, 100% pure, no fillers whatsoever, and I love the CBD oil. And they have a bunch of other amazing CBD products. My top two favorites are the CBD oil. Try to get the highest potency as possible, 1,500 milligrams. And then their coffee is very good. Definitely recommend their CBD coffee. It's so delicious and really gets your brain going. So check them out. If you buy some links in the description below, it's mydailychoice.com/health.
CBD is classified as a supplement, yes. Mike Max says, Peter is Dory from Finding Nemo sometimes.
CBD, I will make a commission. Please donate. Please subscribe. Support me in any way that you can if you enjoy my videos. Thank you so much for the people who've been donating and supporting and sharing and liking. Like, it means a lot, especially with the big hit where they basically devastated and removed like 99% of all my income. They're trying to censor me. So every single dollar that people have been donating.
This is so funny too, because Peter's blaming everyone else for like him losing out on money when really what happened was he broke YouTube TOS, and he continues to do so by supporting these election conspiracy theories, amongst other things. And now, he's also going to lose out, although I think this will be for the best, because it's an MLM, and I think overall he will lose money on it. But right now, he's breaking, I would imagine, the MLM terms of service by making health claims in the videos he's promoting them with. But also potentially breaking the law? Which you aren't supposed to do. Don't do that, Peter. Jilly Foo says, Peter seems like he could be a genuinely sweet person if it wasn't for his cult and QAnon. And that makes me kind of sad. Yeah. So anyway, at some point he'll probably have that taken away from him. Either this channel will get deleted or the MLM will kick him out if they hear about him making these health claims. Whatever. Worst case scenario, he actually gets in trouble legally for something like this. Though I doubt it, but who knows. And I guarantee he'd be like, I'm being censored. This is the deep state, when really it's just him making bad choices. It's emblematic of some of Peter's larger issues. I'll just say that. And Von Tuck says, not gonna lie, I do want CBD coffee now. Well, go try it, I guess, if it's legal. Wherever you are.
is like a big...
I don't know, CBD's legality in different states. Dynamite Jellyfish Podcast says, little does Peter know that in August it won't be Trump, but Jeb Bush who becomes dictator.
Difference to me. That's like my bread and butter right now is donations. That's how I'm making money. So thank you.
CBD is
God
federally
bless
legal.
all you patriots who are supporting me through donation or through liking or sharing or sending me information. If you've gone this far in this video,
Someone asks, so CBD is stronger than regular cannabis? No. CBD is the non-psychoactive chemical element of marijuana, so it doesn't get you high. It can, for some people, have an anti-anxiety effect. It can have anti-inflammatory. Some people take it for some sort of pain relief. There haven't been a ton of studies, but some people like it. It doesn't make you high or anything, though.
I think you're a fan. If you want to contact me at healthsanctuaryfamily@gmail.com. And you can talk to me, ask me questions, send me information that you think is useful, debate me, challenge me if you think I'm wrong, and also let me know in the comments what you guys think. But I'm very excited. June is gonna be a crazy month, and I'm so excited for June. It's gonna be an amazing month. So many amazing things happening. So thank you for watching. I hope you like this video. Cheer up, we have yet the 12th confirmation that Trump will be back this year, and it'll be very soon. It's like hints. Everyone's been hinting and saying the same thing. Trump will be back, and then now we have no hinting. When Majestic 12 said Trump will be back very soon, that was not a hint. That was crystal clear, not a hint, not a code, nothing cryptic. It's clear. Trump will be back very soon. Crystal clear. And I've been saying this for months, and everyone's come out and confirmed it, so I'm very happy. God bless all you. Thank you, Patriots. You're wonderful, and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your support. Have a wonderful day, and remember, Trump is winning, the Patriots are winning, and God is winning. All right, have a wonderful day.
I kind of wish Peter would either commit to growing a bearded mustache or shave it off. He's idling in a very uncomfortable area for me in terms of the amount of facial hair he has. I just wish he'd fully commit one way or the other. I don't know. This makes me uncomfortable. Pyromancer says, we need 100 confirmations before anything starts to happen. Poor Peter.
Day.
So that's what Peter's been up to. Just being crazy, basically, in my opinion. Oh gosh, he has a link to the Majestic 12 Telegram. Let me go take a look. View in Telegram. Oh god, do I have to, like, download an app? Because I don't want to do that. Majestic 12 speaks. This is a Telegram account with 8,000 subscribers, meaning I have more YouTube subscribers than the Men in Black have Telegram subscribers.